What's the most important feature of a fighter jet today? You might think it's stealth, but here's the billion-dollar question. What happens when radars get smart enough to see what was never meant to be seen? Because that's exactly what's happening. Around the world, nations are building radars powerful enough to track stealth aircraft, and we're approaching a tipping point. So if stealth dies, what happens next? How do future fighter jets survive when being invisible is no longer enough? The answer will completely change how we think about air dominance. But first, let's rewind, because this isn't the first time a superpower feature became obsolete. Once upon a time, the US believed altitude was the key to invincibility. When the Soviets rolled out deadly surface-to-air missiles, the US countered with high-flying spy planes, like the U-2. It could soar above 21,000 meters until it couldn't. In 1960, a Soviet missile shot down a U-2, proving that altitude alone wasn't enough. So the US built something faster. Enter the SR-71 Blackbird, a beast that flew at Mach 3.3 and cruised at 26,000 meters. It could outrun and outclimb any missile on Earth. It was unstoppable. But then came new generations of long-range SAMs, so advanced they could even shoot down satellites. Suddenly, even speed and altitude weren't safe anymore. That's when the US turned to a new trick: stealth. The F-117 Nighthawk, the world's first true stealth aircraft, was like a ghost in the sky. Built for night bombing runs, it could slip through enemy airspace like a whisper. But here's the twist: it wasn't completely invisible. Low-frequency radars could sometimes detect it, vaguely, not precisely. More like, hey, something's out there somewhere. And that's exactly how one was shot down in 1999. A lucky combination of alert crews, old radars, and blind missile shots brought it down. Still, the lesson was clear. Stealth worked, but only when combined with the right tactics. The US knew it had to evolve, so they created the F-22 Raptor, a stealth fighter that didn't just hide, it could fight. It was fast, agile, and invisible, and for a while, it ruled the skies. But that was during a time when no one else had anything close. Now, everything is different. In the 21st century, stealth hit its peak, but its secrecy didn't last. Today, multiple nations have developed their own stealth jets: China's J-20, Russia's Su-57, and more importantly, they've developed radars that are built to defeat stealth. From multi-band radar systems to passive detection, the cat-and-mouse game is tilting. Stealth isn't some mysterious superpower anymore. Just like altitude and speed, stealth is becoming outdated. So, what replaces it? Not less stealth, but stealth combined with something far smarter. The next generation fighter jets, like the F-117, China's rumored J-36, and possibly the J-50, won't rely on stealth alone. They'll rely on AI and electronic warfare. Imagine a fighter jet that can not only jam enemy radars, but confuse them. An AI that taps into the aircraft's radar, sensors, and jamming pods to create phantom targets, feed false positions, and make the real jet appear invisible or somewhere else entirely. This is where sixth-generation jets are heading. The AI doesn't just fly the jet, it becomes the brain of the entire battlefield. It helps the pilot evade detection, counter enemy jammers, and even decide when and where to strike. So will stealth still exist in the future? Absolutely. But it will no longer be the hero. It will be the sidekick to something far more dangerous: AI-powered deception. Stealth alone won't win the next war, but stealth, powered by AI and next-gen electronic warfare, just might. Because in the battles to come, survival won't depend on how silent you are. It'll depend on how well you can outsmart the machines hunting you.